Himalayas, the wonder of the earth, the crown of the planet. The Himalayas don't just rise, they announce themselves. And standing here watching these giants cut into the sky, you realize this isn't just a trek, this is a conversation with the roof of the world. Checking in from Hong Kong airport. My flight to Kathmandu is in about 45 minutes, so I'm about to board. I did EBC trip from Lhasa in Tibet 3 years ago. So I finally decided to take a more challenging route. It's going to be about a 11-day journey. Right tomorrow, we are departing to Lukla. I'm very nervous because I don't really know how I'm going to respond to high altitudes because it happened to me in Lhasa. I passed out. It happened to me in Kota Kinabalu when I was climbing Kinabalu Mount. I also passed out. We're going to be gaining elevation from 1004 up to 2008, and I'm scared. The regulations for Lukla flight, particularly from Kathmandu to Lukla, you can only take 15 kilograms of checked-in luggage, and it's only 5 kilograms of your hand carry, simply because this 15 kilograms will be carried by Sherpas. Journey is about to begin. I'm very nervous, very stressed. In a good way, I guess. So I guess see you in Kathmandu first. So I'm in Kathmandu. We landed an hour and a half ago. It took me quite a while to get my visa on arrival. You have to fill out the form in advance. And then I think I was queuing for half an hour to get cleared through the immigration. So now I just need to grab my bag, and the agency is supposed to be meeting me right at the arrival hall. Then it's going to be 20 minutes to Hyatt Centric Hotel, briefing, and then bedtime. Okay, let's see. The signage should say Adventure Heroes. That's a lot. Okay, so it's 1 a.m. I'm finally getting into my room. Yeah, I had a brief with the tour guide. Took us 45 minutes, and look at this. So basically whatever was in the rolling bag, which is down under, is now inside this yellow backpack, because that's what the porter is gonna carry. Time to rest. Yeah, exactly 1 a.m. Okay, gotta wake up in 3 hours. 4:45. I'm just waiting for the gate to open up to register for domestic flight. Hopefully the weather is going to be favorable. Flights would not be canceled because of the bad weather. Otherwise, the guide was telling me that there's another option. Instead of waiting for hours or even days, to pay extra $300 and take the chopper. This small departure hall sends over 30,000 trackers a year toward Lukla. On a good morning, up to 50 flights take off, each carrying just 13 to 19 passengers, all chasing the same dream. Supposed to depart at 6 a.m. It's now 8:40. I think about 5 flights to Lukla departed while I was here at the waiting area. I mean, delays are pretty common. It's just I wish I knew I had a bit more information as to if we have to wait, how long we have to wait, because waiting and not knowing what's going to happen and what time you're going to leave, it's just tiring and exhausting. Finally, after 3.5 hours of waiting, we're boarding. This is a twin Otter, a sturdy little Canadian-made workhorse that's been ferrying trekkers to the Himalayas for decades. Just 19 seaters, 2 propellers, and a whole lot of heart. Within minutes, Kathmandu disappears. The hills turn white and the first giants appear, including Gaur and, on a clear day, a glimpse of Everest herself. And then the famous drop. The runway appears out of nowhere, a short strip hanging off the edge. Only a handful of pilots in the world are certified to land here. They call it one of the most dangerous approaches on Earth. I call it the most exhilarating welcome to Himalayas. Oh my god, I'm so scared because I wasn't too sure if I was gonna react okay to 2008. It's pretty chill here. I think it's 16 degrees. So this is not enough. I'll need to get my windbreaker. Anyways, look at this! Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm still very nervous.
Well, hello to Lukla Airport. So that's the notorious runway. Lengthwise, it's 527 meters, and its gradient is 11.7%. Since 1973, there were 14 accidents, and they say that the survival rate is about 75%. So if the pilot misses the approach, that's it. Let's go.
Breakfast is done, packs are cinched, and we step out into Lukla's main street. Waters load up, yachts amble past, and the air already feels thinner, sharper.
Yeah. Female or male?
Male.
Male.
Yeah.
And I guess you make enough to not work for some time.
The village quickly gives way to dirt path, prayer flags strung between houses, and the first glimpse of the valley ahead. Every step takes us further from the noise of the world. Within an hour, we cross into Sagarmatha National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site protecting this fragile corner of the planet, home to snow leopards, red pandas, and the highest peaks on Earth. The trail narrows. The real trek begins now.
Flip-flops and probably 25 kilograms on his back. These guys are my role models and they're superheroes to me. Crazy. Better hold the camera really tight because here's the beach. Say hi. Oh my god. Look at this.
The trail climbs steep now, winding through dense forest. Rhododendron trees tower ahead, their branches twisted and ancient.
Look, this is so cool. So this is the room where we're gonna spend a night. So we came down from Lukla 2008 to 2006. It's pretty good. These are quite comfy. They're mattresses. It's pretty chilly. I have my sleeping bag. So let's see how cold it's gonna be. Oh wow, this is amazing. I wonder if there is actually hot water. Our first night on the trek, we are in Phakding. So from what I've heard, we've been very lucky with the weather arriving to Lukla, because as we departed at 8:39 a.m. we were the last ones to fly to Lukla, just because right after us it was heavily overcast, so a lot of people who were actually queuing behind us. I think there were a couple of dozens of people who were waiting for their flight to Lukla. They basically were not permitted to fly, so I don't know what's the arrangement for those people. Probably they would have to wait until tomorrow, or for those who can afford, you just top up extra 300 US and yeah, you take a helicopter. So yeah, gonna have dinner and I think gonna be in bed by maybe 9 p.m. because tomorrow we're gonna wake up at 6:30, so we can start at 7. Good morning, Phakding. Oh my gosh, it's so heavily overcast. So it's time to go wash my face, brush my teeth, pack all this mess, tidy up the bed. We always have to be grateful for the hosting family. And yeah, at breakfast is served at 7 and 7:30. We're gonna start our ascent to Namche Bazaar. So good morning. This is where the trekking poles and I had a falling out. I gave them a fair shot, but in this steep descents, they felt more like a hindrance than help. So I ditched them, dropped low, and let my glutes do the work.
Old school, my style. Just me, my legs, and the trail.
It's okay. I can really, mine are just inside the bag. I think when I'm ready,
Yes.
I'll pull them out.
Yeah,
Or you can, yeah, you can tell me when to pull them out. They're just here. Or there's gonna be a steep climb or descent. Okay, let me know.
This is the Hillary Suspension Breach, the most iconic crossing on the entire trail. Officially known as Larja Davan, it hangs about 135 meters above the roaring Dark Ocean, stretching roughly 60 meters across. It's the final breach before the steep climb into Namche Bazaar. And down below, there is another breach, much lower, meant for the mules and yaks carrying the weight of the Khumbu.
Like, how can anyone complain in the office about being freaking tired? Like, look at this. No one is allowed to say they're tired.
The final climb before Namche is a steep one, the trail zigzagging up the hillside, each switchback offering a little more of what's to come. And then the village began to reveal itself. Namche Bazaar, sitting at 3,440 meters. A natural amphitheater carved into the mountainside, home to about 1,600 permanent residents, though during peak season, that number swells with over 1,000 trekkers each day. This is a gateway to Everest, the unofficial Sherpa capital. First, you spot the colorful rooftops, then the Buddhist gate painted in vibrant red and green. A large stupa overlooks the valley below. We made it. Namche, the heart of the Khumbu. Namche is alive. The main street is a crowded artery of color and motion. Trekkers in puffer jackets browsing gear kiosks. Sherpas carrying massive loads with effortless grace. Locals haggling over fresh produce at market stalls. Yaks amble through the chaos, their bells clanging a steady rhythm against the chatter. Art galleries showcase Thangka paintings, intricate Buddhist mandalas that take months to complete. Supply shops are stacked high with everything from instant noodles to expedition-grade down suits. This isn't just a stopover, it's the economic engine of Khumbu, where mountaineers and merchants have mingled for generations. Good morning. Look at the view. I've never seen anything like so in my life. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. All mountains. This is the third night on the trip. This is where I slept. 7 a.m. breakfast is served, and then 7:30 we're gonna go for a hike. My Dynamox, my electrolytes, and so today for the hike I'm just gonna take my gadgets, some gear, my water. Where's my water? 2 liters. 2 liters here. And ibuprofen, Panadol, ibuprofen, whatever I have, because yesterday I almost died as we actually reached the hotel here in Namche after trekking for 6 hours. The headache was so terrible. I got into my room, to this room, and I just crashed in bed and I slept for 2 hours. Oh gosh, I forgot to film the most important part, breakfast. Eggs, coffee, some water. It's not advisable to have any meat above 3,000 just because it's not fresh, so you're risking of getting sick. So only vegan, vegetarian options. So I'm having omelette. Acclimatization day in Namche. A gentle hike above the village to let our lungs adjust to the thinning air. And today, the sky finally cleared. The mountains stepped out of hiding. First Kongdari, then Tamserku. And there, Amadablan, the most beautiful peak in the Himalayas. Its name means Mother's Necklace, and she lived up to every word. For the first time, the scale of what we were attempting felt real. We pushing higher still. A steep, punishing climb towards the Everest View Hotel. At 3,880 meters, it's one of the highest luxury hotels in the world.
Acclimatization day. So we are trekking, hiking all the way up from 3.4 to 3.9. This is needed because this is how you let your body get used to this higher altitude, and helps you to regulate your heart rhythm. The blood produces more red cells. Also, altitude affects viscosity of your blood, so that's why you need to remember to drink more water, which I keep on forgetting, and this is not a good thing.
We made it to the Everest View Hotel, 3,880 meters up, one of the highest hotels in the world. Time for a well-earned cup of tea. But the weather had other plans. Thick clouds rolled in, swallowing the pig's whole. No Everest today. Just mist, steam, and the quiet frustration of being so close yet seeing nothing.
Milky, 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 bam! I guess these two boys are here on standby. If you can see the other one, covered in the mist, because the hotel is just somewhere right there. We've just been there, had our tea. So from what I understand, choppers are here for the rescue missions and other miscellaneous stuff to deliver the guests or take them out.
The descent back down offer a gift the clouds denied us earlier. From here, Namche unfolds in full, a sprawling amphitheater of rooftops, prayer flags, and winding alleys. After days of walking, seeing it like this, from above, in its entirety, feels like coming home. And then a taste of home, 3,440 meters up. The Irish pub in Namche, a warm, dimly lit heaven with Guinness on tap, pool tables, and trekking stories swapped over cold beers. It's surreal, really sitting here surrounded by Sherpas and mountaineers while Everest looms somewhere out there in the dark. Day breaks and we're on the trail again, heading toward Tengboche.
Where are we crossing that area?
The path opens up, revealing sweeping valleys, icy peaks, and prayer flags. Every step reminds me why I'm here.
So, Mama, what do you think? Was it worth it? I think it was worth it, and you were worried. Look at this. Oh, hello. Yes, I've never seen anything like this before. Janga, where are you? Say hi.
Hello.
Wow. Wow. Insane, man. I should clear it up a little bit more so we can see the peaks. I think there's a glimpse of Everest over there. We'll come closer to that. That's only day 5. Half a trip. And you hear the choppers are flying. You can hear them literally every 20 minutes. So obviously, oh, there's another one down the valley. So some of them are rescue missions. Most of them are bringing supplies to different destinations. I wish this would never end. Look, marvelous.
Long and Big 15 very far on the bottom.
Yep.
The white. And Loche, Everest in the middle.
Everest in the middle.
Nupche,
Okay.
yeah, and
Okay.
to the left side
Yep.
of Everest, there's Nupche, and
Yep.
then this is Tapuche.
Okay. For the birch tree, I don't think it needs to be a high altitude. What it needs to have is cooler weathers.
Yes.
That's why, to answer your question, why we have those in Russia is because of the cooler climates. Whew. So we've arrived to our guest house, tea house. Done for the day. What a wonderful room. It kind of looks like it is a honeymoon suite, I would say. Oh la la. And curtains. It's very stylish. Day 6. Just woke up 6:30 a.m. This thing saved my life last night. I filled it up with super hot water, and actually up till now it's still warm. Otherwise it would have been impossible to survive the night. Just very cold inside. And look what we woke up to. And the thing is, there's no difference between inside or outside temperature. Absolutely zero. Breakfast time, 7 a.m. And so far, this is the busiest lodge I have seen. Okay, Pranav is gonna demonstrate how to use butter at 3008. Don't set the house on fire.
Yeah, but now the bread is...
Okay, see you in 1 hour. Jingle bells, May the 6th. And this is what we have. And we are heading to Dingboche at 4410.
Snow begins to fall as we push toward Dingboche.
Pretty cool, hey?
Small settlements dot the valley, stone houses huddled against the cold, yaks gazing on whatever they can find, the trail turning muddy beneath our boots. The world is shrinking.
So we're at the tea house trying to warm up. Honey ginger tea. It's very easy to get sick, just because outside is like -5, -3. As you can tell, you're inside the tea house and it's just cold. This is the winter down jacket for milder winters, but because it's not waterproof, I have to wear a rain poncho, which is right there. You just get sweaty, and because you get sweaty, the moment you step into the tea house, you take off the raincoat and you're just drenched. So this thing was all wet, not because it was raining or because it was snowing, just because I was sweating. You're wearing wet stuff and it's 5 degrees. And hope I won't get sick and won't succumb to altitude sickness.
The trail narrows to a silver, just wide enough for one set of boots. Below, the river carves through the valley, its icy blue cutting through the white. The snow has transformed everything, every ridge, every rock, every prayer flag, into something surreal, pristine, almost otherworldly. It's the kind of beauty that makes you forget to breathe.
It's like in a fairy tale, like in a fairy tale. God. That looks so phantasmagoric and unreal. And you should never do one thing. Look down. Never look down. So cool. Okay, 9:30 p.m. Lights are almost off. We've just had dinner, and I've got some time to run through the must-haves for the EBC 10 days trekking. So that's my first aid kit. That's my vanity stuff. So what do I have here? Water purifying tablets. This is something gastric. This is paracetamol, painkiller, anti-fever, anti-pain. This is this is very important. This is anti-diarrhea medicine, because with the local food and untreated water, sometimes you don't really know how your stomach is going to react, so it's best to have those. cough tablets, just in case. I never got to use them, just because. I also have some alcohol. It's liquid spray form. Very handy if you need to sanitize your hands, obviously. Plenty of, what do we call this, electrolytes, sachet. This is ibuprofen. This is just for headaches. This is very important. So this is Diamox pills. So as you can tell, 4 days to go. Each tablet is 250 milligrams. So morning dosage is half of it, 125, and in the evening I'm supposed to take another half. So 4 more days, and then that's it. I'm going down. What else? Various types of bands, anti-blisters, just to treat blisters. So far, luckily for me, I don't have any. So I've never used any of those. Yeah, so that is that. Now moving to the vanity items. Very important. This is going to be a shower for how many days when you don't really have access to showers. And past Namche Bazaar, they're going to start charging you for hot showers. And in general, hot showers are not really recommended because drastic body temperature changes are not advisable at higher altitude. So that is that. This is for my hair. This is just a hair conditioner. My hair is very freezing, very difficult to manage. So I took that. Toilet paper roll. I'll probably need to buy 1 more roll so far. That's all I used. Probably, yeah, or maybe that's going to be enough. This I don't need to introduce. So this is an alternative to dry shampoo. So it removes the grease, and I haven't touched my hair. I haven't washed my hair for 7 days already. So this is very handy. Toothbrush, some hair brushes, some cotton buds, medical tape. This is also for the blisters. Never got to use that, luckily. Eye contact solution. This is very important because you will need to use that since, you don't have showers. Toothpaste, dental floss, moisturizing cream. You'll need it as well because it's very dry here. Contacts. That's facial. Sunblock, sunscreen. That's also very important. I actually got burned a couple of days ago. You see the line? Because I applied this onto my face, but I forgot about my hands. What else? This is the Tiger Balm. This is just to relieve milder headaches and muscle soreness. I always have it with me. This is just a body wash. Spare contacts. Don't need that. Eye drops. And soap. Yeah. Oh, this has been, I'm using it actually quite frequently. This is the lip gloss, lip balm, because your lips get dry pretty fast. So that is that. This is just some plastic bags for dirty clothes. I already have like a set of dirty clothes in my water bottles. This one. And they've just poured in like hot water. And this is going to last me for the night. It usually stays warm until the morning. And it provides a very, very comfortable sleep just because it keeps my feet warm. Or if I move it to my chest, or if I want to warm up my extremities, this is very, very helpful. So lights off. Time to rest. Tomorrow is acclimatization day. We're going to be going up to 5,000 and back here again to this room to spend the night, to acclimatize properly. And
Acclimatization day in Dingboche. The goal, high up the steep, unforgiving hill toward 5,000 meters.
We're at 4,008, aiming to climb to 5,001. It's a very steep climb. So that's going to take us another 30 to 40 minutes, 300 meters. I don't know what's the gradient, but it's pretty steep. The weather is rather shitty. So there are not too many tourists on the track today. It's an acclimatization day. So because it's snowing, I suppose a lot of people decided just to stay in the lodge. The whole purpose of this trekking / hiking up the slope was to see the mountain range, but it's zero visibility, literally. Oh, that's oh shit, man! Jesus Christ, that's a very steep drop down. Very steep drop down there.
weather condition is right now like this. How beautiful.
Goal achieved. We're
Yes.
back in Dingboche, resting, rehydrating, letting our bodies recover. We push on toward Lobuche, crossing a vast valley flanked by snowy giants. And then the Memorial Valley. Stupas and stone cairns stretch across the plain, each one making a climber who never came home. The sheer number is staggering. Dozens, hundreds names from every corner of the world.
Scott Fisher, who died in the Mount Everest, May 1996. His spirit lives
I
on.
stood in silence reading their stories, feeling the weight of this place. They reached for the sky and they stayed.
Yeah, you see these guys flying every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. Oh, and then there's another one taking off. There we go. So you reckon this one is for four people? So we're gonna spend here the 8th night. 2 more nights to go.
Ooh, we reached Lobuche by midday, and while the others rested, I wandered. Up a small hill, across rocky terrain, past frozen lakes that mirrored the sky. No trekkers in sight, just me, the wind, and the vast silence of Himalayas. At 4,940 meters, solitude feels different. It's not loneliness, it's presence. A rare, quiet conversation with the earth and yourself. Good morning. Today's the last day. We're in Lobuche. I couldn't sleep properly. We had to wake up at 5 a.m. I was just listening for the entire night. I was just listening to my heartbeat. It's quite intense at times. I think I was awake every other hour. Today we're gonna see Everest Base Camp. I don't suppose we're gonna be lucky with the weather because it's all milky and snowy. We woke up to a world erased. Overnight, heavy snow had buried the trail. No path, no footprints, just an endless blanket. I trusted my guide, followed his steps, and pushed toward Gorak Shep. The mountains had drawn a new map, and we were learning to read it.
Okay, if anyone wants to know how a glimpse of hope looks like, there's that. We're just hoping that the weather would clear up even a little bit so we can actually see the mountain range, Himalaya, Everest, because obviously with this kind of weather condition, we're gonna see nothing, absolutely. It's the last day, so just hoping, oh, it's fading. Just hoping and praying that, you know, we might get a little bit of a clear sky, maybe even for 10 minutes. Otherwise, tough luck. Okay, so we are in Gorak Shep, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the highest settlement of this size in the world. We are at 5.2, almost at 5.2. So this is where we're gonna spend the night, last night. But before that, we are gonna go to Everest Base Camp. And that's already the base camp. Everest Base Camp. It is said that this season there are about 300 people getting ready to summit. No, actually the hardest one would be Kala Patthar because it's higher. Let's see, let's document it.
And there it is, the famous rock standing at 5,364 meters. We made it. Photos, jumps, cheers, the kind of joy that only comes from pushing your body to its limit and finding it was stronger than you thought. And of course, the obligatory fancy pose, because if you're going to stand at about 5,000 meters, you might as well do it with style. Everest may be the goal, but a little showmanship never hurt anyone. Just beyond the rock, the real base camp comes into view, a tent city of climbers, waiting for the perfect weather window. For them, this isn't a trek, this is home. For weeks, they've lived here, trained here, dreamed here, all for one shot at the summit.
Okay, Janga, say a few words about what is this behind us?
Oh, this is at base camp, 5,264 meter. But right now the weather condition is overcast, snow falling. And now we are with Elena. And me, from Nepal.
That's too many chocolate.
Our snack. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, amazing. So apparently there are about 300 to 400 people this season, which is not the very maximum. It could be more, but yeah, we're just a little bit unlucky with the weather. Not unlucky, but it would be nice to see all those colossal, monumental. To reach Everest itself would take another couple of kilometers, so you still have to walk. And the walk starts over there. Not too sure if you can actually see how massive it is because it's all overcast, but you can still see the snow walls and how giant it is compared to the smaller peaks. It's just getting bigger and bigger and unraveling itself. I don't know how I'm supposed to leave because every time I look at it, it's clearer and clearer. That's Namche 7.8. Amazing.
Himalayan chicken.
Wow. So we just need to cover this 30-50 meters all the way up, and we will be at the highest point of this entire trip, 5,600, which is higher than Everest Base Camp. Okay, Janga, tell us, where are we right now?
Oh, we are now on the Kala Patthar. Above the Kala Patthar, it's elevation 5550, 5,550 meters.
Okay, the best thing we can do right now is to go back because I can't feel my feet. It's getting cold.
All week, the mountains played hard to get, hiding behind clouds, teasing just enough to keep us hoping. But now, descending from Kala Patthar, the weather finally broke, and there they stood, the entire Himalayan range, like they'd been waiting for this moment as much as we had. Pumori, Namche, Lhotse, and Everest. No longer a rumor, but a presence so massive, it demands silence. After days of trekking, the sound we've been waiting for, the distant thump of rotors cutting through the thin air. The helicopter appears as a tiny speck, growing larger against a wide expanse. It comes in low, kicking up snow and dust, hovering briefly before touching down on a frozen ground. Just 10 meters away, the force of the downdraft hits, a full-body reminder that at 5,164 meters, even the air behaves differently. Minutes later, it lifts off again. For the lucky ones climbing aboard, the helicopter means a quick ride back to Lukla. For me, it's the end of the highest chapter of this journey. We lift off, and the world below is still pure white. A frozen kingdom of colossal peaks, jagged ridges, and shadows so deep they look like crevasses. From up here, the Himalayas feel infinite. But within minutes, the landscape begins to change. The snow thins, valleys appear carved by rivers we crossed on foot. Patches of green creep in, forests, tiny lakes, and trails that thread through it, all like veins on a map. And there, stretching below us, is the route that took 9 days to walk. Every ridge, every river crossing, every village we collapsed into, all of it reduced to a 45-minute flyover. It's humbling to see how far I came. The settlements appear. I spot Lukla, the tiny cluster of rooftops, the famous Hillary runway tilting uphill. We descend fast, the helipad rushing up to meet us. We'll touch down, 9 days of trekking, 45 minutes in the air, and the adventure comes full circle. And just like that, the mountains shrink back into the clouds. The world reclaims its flatness, 9 days and food, 45 minutes by helicopter, and 25 minutes by plane, all to stand at the foot of the highest roof on Earth. Everest doesn't give herself away easily, and that's exactly what makes her worth chasing. Kathmandu below, the Himalayas behind, and a piece of me will never quite leave this place.